I've put my friends through a whole lot of shit, like a whole lot of shit, to a point where you're like, oh, girl, do you currently have any people that are in your corner? Do you currently have any friends? And I'm safely gonna tell you that I have a friend who did something so momentous, so magnificently beautiful that I honestly, till this day, when I think about it, I get choked up a little bit, but I'm not gonna cry because I am a big girl. Story. Now, about 2 days before my wedding, I get a call from one of my friends who was invited to the wedding. I had a very small wedding party, by the way. I had about 70 people in total. Like, my guest list was 70 people, period. 70 including parents, friends of parents, my friends, my husband's friends, any other people that were at this wedding were listed on this number as 70, no more, no less. And so, as you can imagine, it was a very, very intimate wedding. And honestly, I think I've told you this wedding series stories last year, but this is the one thing that I think I should have mentioned that really just like touched my heart, like really deep in my heart, that I will never forget. So 2 days before my wedding, I get a call from my friend. My friend is called Mary. I got a call from my friend Mary, and she's like, "Hey girl, what's up? How are you?" I'm like, "I'm so good. How are you? I can't wait to see you at the wedding. I am so excited. You're still coming. This is not the call to tell me that you're not gonna show up to the wedding, is it? Is that? Cause, girl." She's like, "Girl, I could never do that to you. Of course I am coming to the wedding. However, I wanted to find out, have you eaten? Because I know you and I know you well. You never eat when something major is about to happen. So have you eaten?" I'm like, yeah, of course I've eaten. I've been eating. She's like, "Girl, I know you haven't been eating." And there is this meal that in our family we tend to cook for the bride before the wedding. It's just to give her energy, to get her all, in the right mood, the right feel. It's a rite of passage within my family. And I really want to get this meal to you. So, are you home? I'm like, "Yeah, I'm home." She says, "Okay, I have to go to work today, but later on in the evening, I'm going to come by your house. It's going to be the shortest visit ever." I'm like, "Okay." She literally said, "I am just coming to your house to drop off this meal and head out. We're not hanging out. I am not coming inside. That's it. I'm coming, dropping off the meal, and I'm out." I'm like, "Okay." Because the last time she came to my house, she knows what happened. She knows what happened. That's why she was very insistent that I am coming in, dropping off, and heading out. I am not coming into the house. Okay. And I'm like, "Okay, you know what? I have a reputation. Whenever people come to my house, they never leave the same way they came in. So it's a reputation. I try and make sure that you are having a good night. A good night is going to be had. You're going to have a good time at my house. Okay. The liquor be flowing. All right. The vibe be vibing." So she did not want to have a party because she had work the next day. Come sour, come through. So later on in the evening, this was actually quite late. She kept texting me and she's like, "Hey, I'm so sorry, I'm very late, but I'm still coming. I'm still coming." I'm like, "Cool, girl. You can come whenever. I'll be up until like 11. Come whenever." She's like, "Sawa, I'm on my way." And I think about 8:30, maybe 7:30, thereabout. Between 7:30 and 8:30, she gives me a shout. She's like, "Hey girl, where are you?" I'm like, "I'm in the house." She's like, "Okay, fine, come downstairs." I'm like, "Hey, just come upstairs." She's like, "Nah, come downstairs. I'm in the parking." I'm like, "So." So I take my low feet downstairs. I find her downstairs and she says, "Hey, how are you?" We have like a little pleasantry exchange. And then she tells me, "Okay, as I said, this is a very, very quick meeting. Here is the food that you need to enjoy. I hope you enjoy it. It was chicken. It was so good. I still have that dish, girl. You need to come get your dish. I have used and abused that dish so hard, and it's Tupperware. It's glass Tupperware, and I know that shit is not cheap. Every time I use it, I think of you, and I think that's why I'm actually thinking about it today. Anyway, so she's like, "Here is the food," and then actually, I wasn't coming here to drop off food. By the way, I came here with a very, very particular mission. I'm like, "Okay, tell me what's up," and then she hands me this. I'm like, "Oh, this is so sweet. What is it?" And she says, "So I know the person." Girl, I'm getting choked up. not to cry. I'm really trying not to cry. She says, I know someone who would have loved. Girl, I'm trying not to cry. I know someone who would have loved to be here, and I know she can't be here today. So this is me stepping in for her in my capacity as your friend to make sure that you feel her presence during one of the most beautiful days of your life. So here is your something blue. I'm like, that is so thoughtful. I hadn't actually thought, like, in the running around of figuring out what's happening with the wedding and all of those things, I didn't think of my something blue. This is the sweetest thing. Thank you so much for doing this. And she says, hang on, before anything, this is your something blue. I'm like, oh, thank you. And then she says, and when you open it, is your something new. I'm like, she got something blue and something new in one take. I'm like, oh, that is like, it's my heart. You know, my heart is growing 3 sizes at this point. And then she says, and of course, she says, this is your something blue. Inside is your something new, which is this beautiful pendant. So gorgeous in silver. But even more importantly, I found something that I could represent as your something borrowed. And I opened it, and my something borrowed was one of the only pictures I still have of my mom. It's a picture of my mom. And she called my brother and asked my brother for a picture of my mom so she could add it to this amazing gift. Oh God. And just like that, she made my night. And immediately I started crying. She's like, okay, you can't cry. It's a gift that I thought would be meaningful to you. And here is your gift. And I hope that you feel her presence as you go through this beautiful day. She's watching over you, and I know she loves you, and she's very proud. I know she loves you, and she's very proud of you. And yeah, I keep it to this day. And honestly, one of the best gifts that I got for my wedding, I have thought of this every time I walk into my makeup center and I'm doing my makeup. I see it and I think about her, and I think about my friend and how thoughtful this gift was to remember my mom, and to remember how important it would be for me to feel her presence and her love on that day. Shit, bruh. To remember my mom and to remember her presence, and to know that she was thinking about me even when I never thought of something so simple that could make such a huge impact. Yeah. And for context, for those who do not know, I did lose my mom in 2016, so yeah, her not being at the wedding was a huge bummer. Because she would have had a blast and she would have loved every single bit about that day. She would have loved my husband, she would have loved her in-laws, and it would have been a day of love, complete with her there. But I had my friends who helped me, who were there for me. I had my husband who was amazing. I had his family. I had my sister-in-law and my brother there. I had my whole family and my friends, and the most important people who needed to be there were there. So I don't know what to tell you. Get you some friends like mine, because those girls hold me down. They hold me down heavy. And to my friend Mary, I have thought of this every day. I have kept this every day. And I look at it whenever I miss her. And it reminds me of you and how amazing you are. So thank you so much for doing such a thoughtful thing and giving me such an amazing, amazing gift. So, girl, every time I do this, I cry. I have tried doing this story like 50 times over. 50 times over. Girl, every time I cry. I thought I would be okay by now, but it never gets easier. But at least with friends like you, I find it easy to go through my day and know that you're thinking about me, and I know that I'm thinking about you, regardless of how many years may go by. My friends, ride or die. Anyway, that's my gift. I love my friends.